Joe, let's talk to Joe. Joe, I just found your work and I have taken some of its lessons to heart already. But one of my biggest confidence problems is that of processing. I've been told I'm very left brain and I tend to think in a literal way. As such, I generally have a harder time feeling out people and processing their emotional and social cues in the moment, but will generally understand them later. As many imagine, this has greatly undermined my ability to meet people and generally succeed in social interactions. It's not that I can't recognize emotions or interactions, it's just that I fail to notice the subconscious tells people give off when they feel a certain way, at least in the moment of them happening. Is there anything I can do to boost my reaction time and ability to notice these cues? Yes, we talked about it earlier. You want to start developing a sense of feeling in your body. You're obviously, look, when all your energy is in your head, let's say you have 100 circuits of energy running through your body. If it's all bound up in your head thinking, then you're not connecting to your emotions, which are stored in your body, which is how you feel people in the moment. The body's in the now, the head is in the future or the past. So we want to get out of the head, back down to the body. Starting with something simple like meditation, and you can look up all kinds of meditation programs online. There's tons of them. You just look up meditation videos on YouTube, you'll find tons of them. You'll start to learn to feel some more just through meditation. So that's a great start. Releasing, Hawkins' book, is a great start too. Getting out to one of our workshops, which is where we really teach in-depth programs around feeling and getting into feeling.
There's always going to be that cycle. Yep. So at least I know that I have gone through all three stages, or at least know what to expect from all three stages. So I know that if that other person is there, then we'll end up balancing each other out, and it'll just be this constant cycle of balancing each other out.
As long as the main thing here is we want to keep reestablishing polarity, otherwise attraction and relationship dies.
It's harder to teach through a YouTube video. Getting into something that has a greater feeling nature to it, something usually artistic and creative that requires you to develop a sense of feeling, is also really good. I've had many students that have come into Fearless that couldn't feel much at all. They had no access to emotions. They were very numbed out. And we do a lot of work to help them begin to feel. And so some of the ways I just mentioned can be very powerful, and I highly recommend you get started on them right away. But if that doesn't work, make sure you check out one of our programs. But what I want to do in the meantime is kind of offer an idea. There's something out there that causes you to feel. Can you find it? Start looking around. You know, it could be a certain movie that moves you and causes you to feel some tears and causes you to cry or causes you to feel sad or happy. It could be, for me, it was often when I was growing up, when I would see a mother or a father being really good to their child, hugging and loving and being there and supporting that child, would cause an emotional reaction in me. Even though I was in my head, that would pop me in. And I would notice that when that happened, whether I saw it on a movie or in real life. So start to notice what causes you to feel. Another thing you can do is start playing with simple objects. Like, for example, take the color red and blue and look at them. Does red feel different to your body than blue? And start to pay attention to the feeling and being loyal to that feeling more than the thoughts. And then start to take it from there into other objects. Look at something close up, look at something at a distance. Does that feel different? Touch different objects. Touch something cold, touch something warm. Do they feel different? Don't look for the analytical interpretation. Look down in your body while you're doing this. So if I'm touching this phone and I'm holding it and I'm feeling it, I'm looking down in my body and I'm asking myself, what do I feel? It's going to start slow. You're going to find one or two things, three things. Then you're going to find a few more. And then the doorway is going to start to open. As it starts to open, don't shut it back down, because a lot of times a lot of emotions come up and then we freak out because we turned them off for a reason in the first place, and we try to close it back up. No, just start nurturing it open a little bit at a time. Don't rush it. Then a little bit more, then a little bit more, until you start to feel more. You might have moments where you have to let go of some heavy emotions while you do that. You might feel a little sad for a bit. Just welcome the sadness and then ask your body to let it go. And then bring up a little more. Welcome that, ask your body to let it go, just like I talked about earlier in this video. And that can be a powerful way to teach you to get out of your head if you're trying to do this on your own. So start looking, start figuring it out, start finding things that pop you into feeling, start doing activities that cause you to have to learn how to feel. Whether that could be dance, that could be art, that could be music, something like that. All this stuff is great. And coming into one of our workshops where we can really look at what's going on for you, and really, that's the fastest way that I know of to get somebody down in their body. So with that said, we're going to move on. Thank you, Joe, for the question.